Get your duct tape. Grab the hot glue gun. Shake up that can of spray paint, buddy. It's time for the Stinky Joe Prop Rock Show. Here's Stinky Joe.
Today, we're making breakaway bottle molds on the Super Cheap. A few years ago, I wrote and directed a version of Beauty and the Beast, and in this play there was a scene where Belle's father had to break a bottle and use it as a weapon to defend himself against the horrible beast. Now, I could find mold making kits online to make one bottle for $50. $50? That's a lot of money for one bottle. Can I get a no way? Thank you. So even if you were to get all that money spent on that fancy bottle making kit, you're only going to have one mold available to make all the bottles that's needed for all the production dates. And in our case, it was 12 dates. So you're going to need 12 bottles. This is a similar problem you're going to run into when you're making a film too. You're going to need lots of bottles for doing retakes. And I found the solution for only $5. It's 100% silicone caulk. Oh yeah, super cheapy. And dishwashing liquid. Now let's make that mold. For this project, you're gonna need a hot glue gun and some glue sticks. You're gonna need a caulking gun. You're gonna need some sort of plastic, like corrugated plastic. I found this, it's not corrugated plastic, but hopefully this should work. I found it in the parking lot. And you're gonna need a Sharpie so you can mark on the black plastics. That's why I got a gold Sharpie there. And you're gonna need a bottle, a bowl, a cup of water, Dawn dishwashing liquid, and 100% silicone caulk. It's very important to use 100% silicone caulk. It's very, very important or it's not gonna work. Did I stress that? There I am marking the mold line. That's the line you're going to cut later on to release the bottle from the mold. Gluing the bottle down. Oh yeah, you got to spray it first with some mold release, which would be that cooking spray. Yeah, adding the water, adding the blue soap. Ooh, it's so pretty. Looks almost like a little ocean where I could put some of those little Swedish fish. Now it's looking like noodly brains. Ooh, don't eat them. Now I'm going to go ahead and slap all that dough that I've made out of the silicone and the soap, and I'm sticking it on the bottle slowly. Okay, so my camera died during the last segment. I know, what a bummer, but you basically get the right idea. You take the silicone caulk, you put it in the soapy water, and then you're gonna squeeze out little tiny balls of silicone caulk putty, and then what you're gonna do is you're gonna make it nice and flat like a coin, and just kind of stick it all around the bottle, making your way from the top to the bottom. Either way, just make sure you have a good base at the bottom, because you're gonna need a lot of room around there at the bottom when you go to fill it up and when you want to cover it. The other cool thing is about the bottle, this is my first one that I made. See how thick I have it right here? It's about almost a ½ inch thick. A ½ inch to a quarter is best. All around the bottle you want to do ½ inch to a quarter. And then the cool thing about this stuff is since it's clear silicone, when we go to fill it up with our sugar glass, we're going to be able to see that we're getting full coverage all around our mold. And you're saying, Joe, why is the bottom open like that? Well, this is the cool thing. When you fill it all up and you roll it all around in there, you're going to set it on top of some type of a cookie sheet that's got parchment paper on the bottom, or, well, the best thing to use is that corrugated plastic. You set it on the bottom, and then when you go to get it later, it's gonna fill up. It's gonna have some on the bottom. It'll fill up that little hole. Trust me, it'll be fine. All right. The drags about using silicone caulk. The drags are, it doesn't look pretty on the outside. You're gonna have some air bubbles trapped in it. You're gonna get some on the inside too, some little air bubbles. So it's gonna be slightly pitted surface. And if you want to get rid of that, all you gotta do is get a heat gun or a chef's torch, and you can melt it and make it nice and smooth. But if you're using it for a theatrical application where your audience is like 6 feet away, don't have to worry about it. They're not going to see it. The other cool thing is if you're doing some sort of a period show where you got pirates and stuff, then that's going to help out having the glass look more rough, okay? The other thing is, this stuff is not food grade silicone, no. So I wouldn't eat any sugar glass that you put in this. It's going to taste nasty, and it's probably not good for you either. So that's the other drag, is you can't eat you can't eat the bottle that comes out of this. All right. But overall, it's a pretty good deal because you can get one bottle mold typically from one caulk of silicone caulk, 100% silicone caulk. You can get a bottle mold, and that's way cheaper than spending $50 per bottle or more. And if you need lots of bottles for a show, that's the way to do it. Make a whole bunch of these things, line them all up, and fill them all up at one time. Okay, now you're wondering, how do we fill this thing up and what's it gonna look like? As if there's not enough videos on the internet on how to make sugar glass. Here we go.